Waka waka waka, what's up, and welcome back to the channel for yet another FC Finch Transformers review of the official variety this time. And today on the table we have one of the newest missing links to hit the shelves, the C-04 Cliffjumper. Yes, they did a missing link Cliffjumper, and I guess I'm collecting these now. I was definitely in on the Optimus, and then I saw they were doing a bit more of them, so I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I decided to kind of go in on the Cliffjumper, and I'll probably just do the entire Season 1 ARC bots, or however many they create. I've already pre-ordered the Sun's Trigger, but nevertheless, let's talk about Cliffjumper. Now, this is going to be a bit of a different video, but I'm going to do the unboxing and the review in the same video, just because these guys are really little. And when I say little, I mean, like, look at this box. This box is small. There's Dino Cat jumping on it. This box is like 4 inches in length. It's like an inch thick. I mean, this is not a big box at all. It's very, very small. In fact, I was going to kind of display these guys in the box for a while until I figured out what to do with them. And so I guess that'll be easy now because they'll sit right on top of Optimus on my shelf. Nevertheless, so of course, we'll go over the box and get started on that. And of course, we have a very nice G1 animation of Cliffjumper, the animated style, Takara, Tomy, and then of course everything in that nice classic Japanese text. The box is part of the presentation here. Missing link, of course. Then of course you have Cliffjumper in his toy car mode. He is a Porsche 924 Turbo of the Penny Racer variety, C-04. Got the Autobot logo on the top, and then of course you have all the things he does. He's a robot. He's an articulated robot. Look at that. On the side, of course, you have the shots of him with his rocket launcher, his bazooka, whatever it is. Autobot logo, once again, classic text as usual. You do have, of course, the text spec that you need the little decoder for, which I assume is in the box. The little, all the Japanese text looks really, really cool. I get a kick out of it. You have the classic G1 shot up here. You have the yellow text, Transformers logo, or the Autobots logo, and then, of course, another shot of Cliffjumper holding his little gun and in car mode. And then, of course, on the bottom, a bunch of assumed legal mumbo jumbo that I cannot understand because it is in a different language that I'm used to speaking and reading. And of course we have, I'm not going to do the MGO sad Pac-Man, but it is a sad Pac-Man. So, and you can imagine that in MGO's voice if you so desire. So let's get to unboxing this guy. I do have my trusty box cutter lightsaber noises, and we're going to try to be very careful with this. So this may go a bit slower because I don't want to ruin the box. I'm just going to, at least I want to try not to ruin the box because the box is part of this. It's like an occasion. That's what I like about these missing links. It's an occasion. And oh man. I'm going to do this off camera so I don't ruin anything while I'm at it. And there we go. We have the box open. Sorry about that. I just did not want to ruin the box. So we'll kind of get a look. It is done in this very nice styrofoam piece here. So we're going to get that right out there. Let's see if we can't shake that out. Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out. And there we go. We'll toss the box off to the side. Not literally toss. You can see it's got C-03, which I believe is Bumblebee's number. But this is, oh no, there it is. C-03, C-04. So it is for Cliffjumper. I totally missed that right there. We'll put this off the side because I'm pretty sure, yeah, there he is in robot mode. And we'll get to him in just a second. He'll kind of sit and watch over everything. So we do have this nice little sheet right here, and it does have the sticker sheet. Let's get our little box cutter back again so we can kind of cut through the tape right here, just nice and gentle, like nice and gentle. Oh, there we go. There it is. Yes. And so let's get everything out here so we can take a look at what we have. And of course we have our sticker sheet right there. It is very nice and foily for your reflection purposes. I'm probably not going to use this, but again, this adds to the sense of occasion. That's what these missing links are all about. It's this sense of occasions, that sense of your childhood coming back, that sense of Christmas morning when you were 4 years old. And I just love when they have these sticker sheets. Just adds that little occasion, even if I don't decide to use them. Do have the instructions here. They are all in Japanese, which of course I cannot read. Japanese symbols anyway, which of course I cannot read. I can't even speak Japanese. But here we have, and these are pretty simple instructions overall, even with the transformation. They are the typical Takara pictorial type. They are done on just basically one sheet of paper, so we got them open like that. You got the little text up there, the Autobot logo, and of course you got all the text right there. All the things the bot does, his accessories, accessories, his little transformation, and all the little sticker application decals. And of course you have the decoder, which I think... Did it come with it? No, we didn't get a decoder. We'll have to use primes, I guess. I didn't get a decoder. I feel so cheated. And we have, it's a flimsy little thing, but you do have the card on there. It's got a nice animation of Cliffjumper with his bazooka. It just says Cliff, some more Japanese text, and some spelling over there. And if we turn it over, you can of course see his little schematic. I quite like that, done the pink background Autobot logo up there, and you see him in robot mode. And that's pretty much it for his card. Let's talk about the robot. So he is packed in this nice styrofoam. Nothing to keep him stable in there. So when you get this nice bazooka, it's on a very nice. Oh, I'm not even gonna talk about it. We'll talk about it in just a bit. But you guys, bazooka right here feels quite on the light side. And then of course we do have. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Yep, got it. He kind of pulls from the bottom. And there he is, Mr. Cliffjumper. Look at this guy. I don't want to get too into this, but first impressions, for as small as he is a wee one. We'll talk about it in just a bit in the review. He's got a little bit of heft. Like, it's not a lot, but it feels like a little bit of substance here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, overall, this is pretty sweet. I can already feel the rubber tires. Oh, there's some of that articulation. Look at that. And I do believe he is not transformed properly. I believe you got to bring up the shoulders. At least I think you do. I'm not sure if these lock in anyway, but looks like... Yeah, I'll figure that out for the review, but I believe you do have to bring up his shoulders, because otherwise he looks like he's got his arms a bit low, which is kind of weird. But other than that, yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's part the legs. There we go. Yeah, now we're getting some of that articulation. Oh man, this guy is a cool little dude. I'm quite happy with this. And we're gonna put him right back off to the side, and let me get his little gun out. Oh. Come on. There it is. And of course he got his gun done in a very nice chrome plastic. It's so cute. There we go. And yeah, so I'm gonna be right back in a few minutes. Actually, it's probably gonna be like about an hour or two between the time of filming. I'm gonna get a quick look at this guy, figure out all his little nuances and all that, and I will be right back. We will get on with the review, so I will catch you soon. Like and subscribe in the meantime if you haven't already. All right, playtime's over. Let's talk about Missing Link Cliffjumper. Now, bear with me here because I only had one G1 mini bot. We'll talk about that in probably our next review. So I never had too many G1s in general. So this guy is kind of a nuance for me, but I will state this. He is wee, and let's talk about how wee he is. So we'll get the FC Finch scale on him, and he is like about maybe 3¼ inches tall at best. So yeah, he puts the mini in mini bot, though being Cliffjumper, he might tell you he's taller laying down than he is standing up. And if you got that reference, you can give yourself a cookie. Let's get it on him though. So I believe his face is the only painted part of him. It is done in a very nice silver. You got quite a bit of detail there though, which is really cool considering what this figure's trying to go for. Definitely it got the eyes done in silver as well. No real other detail on the face besides the mouth and the nose. You got the helmet done in red plastic. Got a little bit of molded detail on there. Got some little side ribbing detail. The car is pretty much his little chest area. We'll talk about the car details in car mode, but you can see it's done in red plastic with some black accents for what will be the windshields and whatnot. And you got the Autobot logo front and center. Not sure if that's like a templograph decal on there. It doesn't feel like a sticker. It looks really good, done in silver and red. Nice big red feet, or mini big red feet, I guess you can call it. And all of his appendages are done in black with the tires on the side as well. You got the chrome plastic for the wheels. Spin him around and you can see he has the cleanest damn backpack you ever did. So you got the little, I guess this is supposed to simulate a hubcap or whatnot. Just a little bit of hardware showing on the back, but overall definitely really clean all around. You can see somehow how the articulation works, all the mushroom pegs. No real bother for me. Got the nice red, chrome plastic on the back of the head with a little tempograph decal as well. We'll talk about his articulation, and of course the head. The head can swivel side to side. You actually bring it down. I do want to state it's pretty amazing what they got this guy to do. Now the arms are a bit tricky, but they're supposed to be down like this, but you can't bring them up on this hinge right here. Just get a little bit up. So we'll talk about that. So again, you can get up and all the way out to the arm just like that. You can rotate the shoulder all the way around, and check this out, he's got a little bit of a butterfly to and fro. Look at that. You do have a fair amount of biceps, so everything moves nice and easy too, and of course about 90 at the elbow. Nothing at the wrist to speak of, nothing at the waist to speak of, but he can give you a mini fusion kick. Look at that. Nothing to the back, and then of course not really a fusion side kick. You do get a little bit of thigh swivel as well. And of course, he can give you some tilt back just like that. Actually, you can bring this all the way back, get kind of a running pose out of him. You can get some ankle tilt. You can get just a little bit of ankle tilt, but if you bring the toe tilt, you get toe tilt for days, and you can give yourself ankle tilt for days, just like I'd almost break his leg. And that is going to be pretty much it for his articulation. Again, very impressive for his size. Moving on to his accessories, he does come with a couple of them. So of course he comes with his signature blaster, which is actually quite well done for the size. It's done in a nice chrome silver plastic. You got a little bit of molded detail. I got some ribbing detail right down here. Got like a capacitor detail right down here. It looks really, really nice. It really shines and whatnot. Fingerprint magnet to be sure. And of course he does a little peg right down here. He just has little ports for hands, similar to mainline. So, of course I dropped that. We're gonna put this in his hand right here. There we go, and he'll hold that nice and firmly. But of course, I'm not sure if the G1 toy came with this, but he does come with his rocket launcher, also done in a very nice chrome silver plastic. This looks really sexy. Bare minimum molded detail. It is G1, so what do you want? But other than that, again, looks really good. Just looks totally menacing. Of course, here's your port right over here, and you can plug that into his other hand, so he can totally go to town and lay waste on some Decepticons, and that is pretty cool. One final thing, this is more for car mode, but you can store his little blaster. So what you got is you have a little peg right down here, and if you bring him forward, you notice you got a port right here in the foot, and all you can do is, he can just like hide a little gun in his foot, which is pretty cool. And again, it's mostly out of sight, mostly out of mind, and I'll accept that for storage on your weapons. No real place to store the rocket launcher except in his hands. And that is pretty much it for his accessories. And for a few quick comparisons, I suppose we could call this a game of how wee is he. We'll put our typical mainline in there, Mr. SS86 Hot Rod, and of course our standard masterpiece Carbot, Mr. MP17 Prowl. So you can see how he looks with a few class standards. Missing link kind of standing on its own, and that's okay. We'll get these guys off the table, and then of course we're gonna put Missing Link Prime in there. And you know, G1 toys were never one for scale, but these guys actually look right at home together. I'm really quite happy with how well this works, and hopefully Takara decides to go all the way with this collection, which it seems like they're doing. And that's going to be pretty much it for our comparisons. And it's time to get Mr. Cliffjumper transforming up into his Porsche Penny Racer mode. So, if you're familiar with the G1 transformation, this is pretty much G1 with a little modern day twist, which is exactly what this figure is. Let's get right down to it. So, we'll start with the feet. The weapon, we stored that already, so it'll sit right down there. You have a little port right down here. You have a peg right here. You're just going to plug the feet together just like that. And then you're going to rotate down at the little ankle or the heel rotation right there, and then you're just going to kind of push everything in just nice and easy. Everything's going to collapse right in, so that's nice and cohesive right there. Next up, what you want to do is you want to take the head, you're going to push it in. Yep, that's as far as it goes. It won't go no further. And you can take the arm, rotate it at the bicep so that the little port on the wrist is facing inward. And then what you want to do is you want to just kind of bring this down push it in, and as you push the shoulder in, it should line up with this little peg right down here at the wrist. Same thing for the other side, so you're going to rotate the bicep in, and then you're just going to come to the back here. You're going to bring this down, push it in, and then just push the shoulder in as you push the wrist in. And clean everything up here, peg everything in, and like magic, there we have Missing Link Cliffjumper in his Porsche 924 Penny Racer mode. And let's talk about that alternate Porsche 924 Penny Racer mode. And yeah, he's still wee. I'm not even going to get the FC Finch scale. He's not even an inch in height and not just maybe over an inch in overall length. But he does look really good for what he is. All done in red plastic. I actually do like how crazy this guy looks. He's got the wheel arches just looking ridiculous over there. Adds some really nice detail to it. Tons of hood detail, surprisingly. You got the little intake right here on the hood. That is nice denture detail. I even got the headlights molded in there. He does have pop-ups, got the little hood venting, got some front fascia detail right down here. It looks really good. Black all around for the windshield and the side windows. Even do got the doors molded in there. You got a little side mirror, which is really cool. You got the gas tank molded in there. I mean, this thing doesn't skimp, man. It does not skimp. Nice rear wing and back. And of course, the wheels are all done in a very nice chrome silver plastic. You got the pins right in the center. Their class is just a little bit, but I think it looks great. Tires are rubber, and they do come off without much effort, so do be mindful of that. And he will roll just like a champ. I actually have to block him because he will roll right off my table. Thank goodness I have carpeting for flooring. And we discussed this before, but he's got the little tempograph decal on the back here over the chrome plastic, which looks really good. Hey, he's cleaner than most modern figures on the bottom, so he has that going for it. Of course, you do got the classic rub symbol on here. And let's see if we can get this working. Just a little bit of elbow grease. And yeah, there we go. And a nice kind of hologram. He's an Autobot, though, in case you didn't know. And of course, no other weapon storage to speak of. He already stored the gun inside of him, which you know how I like my weapon storage or vehicle mode. Out of sight, out of mind. No place to store the bazooka except in the box. We'll get to a few comparisons real quick, and we'll bring in Studio Series 86 Hot Rod and of course MP18 Streak, so you can see how he looks with both sides of the spectrum, the main line and the masterpiece. And yeah, he's the smallest of the bunch. We'll get these guys off the table, and of course we'll bring in the one that started it all, the one, the only, you got the touch, Mr. Optimus Prime Missing Link. And yeah, again, Optimus just towers over this guy, but I quite like it. They look absolutely grand together, and you can see how the collection is shaping up. And that's going to be pretty much it for Missing Link Cliffjumper's vehicle mode. So let's sum it up for Missing Link Cliffjumper. A classic toy dialed up to 10.5, just shy of 11 with a few modern twists. This thing is just as you remember your classic G1 toy with some awesome added articulation. It's quite astounding how much they were able to pack into the engineering on this guy, completely re-engineered from the ground up. Accessories are sparing, but it is just what you need. I'm super happy they included the bazooka, as that is kind of his signature weapon, even though I believe he only used it in the first episode. Transformation is just as simple as you remember it, except with some added twists for some spice, and the alt mode is just adorable as ever. If I had to pick one thing to complain about with this guy, it's that I don't think he feels as special as the Missing Link Optimus did. Optimus just had a few extra touches that made him just feel like a real tribute to the past. But then again, in hindsight, there is a lot less to work with on these mini bots, especially given his size. So it's quite amazing they accomplished what they did. That said, I do highly recommend this guy, especially if you're a fan of the classic G1 toys but want some modern twists. They are a hair on the pricey side, but again, this is kind of like a new masterpiece, I'm guessing. So take that for what you will. I picked mine up at Chosen Prime. I'll put a link in the description down below so you can get one of your own. They are in stock, I do believe. And that being said, that is going to conclude this review. You guys know what to do at this point. If you found this review fun and informative, let me know by hitting that like button down below. Also, if you are a fan of Transformers reviews, both official and non, of the masterpiece variety and mainline as well, consider giving a subscribe to my channel, as I do those regularly. That's going to be about it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for making me a part of your collecting journey. It is Christmas Eve over where I'm at, so have a very happy holiday, everybody. I have been FC Finch. Good night.